Now, stakeholders of various components of the Ghanaian Youth Empowerment Programme have been charged with leading its youth through a transformational change. This is in a bid to prepare the youth for future leadership roles. Charles Sam, CEO of Golden Future Promotions, is joining us now on the line to discuss this. Charles, thanks for your time. So we're talking in South Africa about what they are doing to try to engage the youth within national development planning. We've got a big program here called the National Development Plan, and the youth are a central part of that. What's the situation like in Ghana?
Well, in Ghana as well, we have various programs tailored at making sure that the youth are taking over. I keep saying that the youth are not the tomorrow. The future is now, and we are already late. If you look at the timetables, especially in Ghana, you recognize that we are late in terms of even political leadership at various levels. You should, by now, most of the youth should have been in charge of certain things, and it's still not the case. So we are trying to fast-track the whole situation in Ghana.
Yeah.
The various governments, the previous government, the current government, administration, are all pushing and to make sure there's a hot burner in the country. So that's what is happening here right now.
Yeah. Now, in many cases, what we hear is that governments have got these programs where they say they're engaging the youth, but what you don't get is sincerity and also practical ways in which the youth are incorporated into either, be it national planning or at least a dialogue of some sort that enables the youth's voice to be heard. How different, what are you seeing in Ghana?
Well, I'll tell you what, on the part of the state, the government, we have what you call a National Youth Authority because the president felt that we need to push this as a priority. So this National Youth Authority is supposed to ensure that policies implemented, that the spread, both private sector, government sector, all work together towards a common goal and a common agenda. Now, I, for instance, I am involved in the bottom-top approach, where what we do is that we have seminars all over the country, schools, churches, communities. We make sure that we're changing the mindset, okay, and then attitudes as well. Now, there's a deficit in terms of our education as well, the quality of our education.
Yeah.
They come out non-creative. They come out not being able to do much for themselves. We want to focus on training more to do more for themselves, rather than having to depend on government all the time. We're trying to wean our people off government, okay? Dependence on government and also dependence on just looking for white-collar jobs.
Yeah.
What we're doing now is that we're focusing more on entrepreneurship, okay? Of course, the country needs to do also a proper evaluation to ensure that we know what our core competency is or key growth areas so we can identify the skills that are required.
Yeah.
But you see, we have a unique situation in Ghana where we have some young people who, for instance, have never had any education and so on. Then we also, in the primary and also the middle-level education, there's a drop in the system, okay?
Yeah.
We have no skills and nothing.
Yeah.
Then also all the way up. So, and then we also have graduates of tertiary institutions who are out and also without employment. So what we do now is that we want to make sure that we can put them to do something right away. So we're focusing on skilling, reskilling, and retooling immediately, so that they can get something doing inside and then build on their education from there if they want to further their education. So that's the focus of our country.
Yeah.
Now, for instance, what the government has done has come up with a program called the Leicester Program, Livelihood Empowerment and Skill Empowerment Program. Now, what this program does is that all these people have dropped in the system with no skills. We have identified them. We've identified an areas that they're interested in. We give them skills. Yeah. Okay. And then under that program, we give them skills. We just don't give them skills alone. We teach them life skills as well, management training as well, and then what the government gives them equipment. Yeah. Actually, so equipment to start something, and then there's a monitoring that goes on, and it's going on quite well. Okay. Yeah. But the point now is that the state alone can't do everything. So we've got to a point where we require the private sector to come on board because it's one successful module that has taken place. Okay, so we can then expand the program.
Charles, I have